Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to make an attempt to record an upper body workout day for me. So please bear with me. This is going to be live, unedited, there's not going to be any edits done. I just want to get this content out. So what I'm doing in this phase of my training, this is not the only way I train, but I do stick with sort of a phase of training and follow it for 6 or 8 weeks, depending on how quickly I feel like I've adapted to it, and then I change it, probably every 4 to 8 weeks. But this phase that I'm doing is really a lower volume approach and high intensity. I do cadence training where I'm going to probably go 3 to 4 seconds for both the concentric and the eccentric phase of training. I try to keep my time under load anywhere from 30 to 40 seconds. And again, this is going to be me training. As a few of my clients have said, do you actually work out? So today I'm actually going to record it, everything. So the video may be a little bit long. There'll be a few times, I'm sure, especially when I go over and do pull-ups here shortly, that maybe the video isn't as clear. I'll do my best to get the camera in the best position that I can. But again, I'm going to do probably just one set, maybe one set to close to failure, then rest a little bit, and then do a rep or two more. I'm going to do a start with the chest press exercise. I'll probably do a little bit of a warm-up. Then I'll do my working set, again, with slow tempo, both concentric and eccentric. Then I'm going to go over to the pull-up bar, do the same type of tempo, do my best to control the reps and place tension across working muscles as best that I can. Again, this is not the only way I train. There's times where I go much higher volume and train at a much quicker tempo, but this is a great way to train too. And I'm open to all types of training, but I've really got it for my own training. I've got it focused down to 3 or 4 different ways I train and ways I split things up. But today I'm doing upper body. Later in the week I'll be doing lower body and do my best to record that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start with the chest press. I usually warm up, do maybe just 1 or 2 warm-ups. I start with about 50% of the working load that I'll be lifting. So again, I'm controlling my reps. Okay, nice and controlled. All right. So that was with about 150. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down to 210. Okay. So that was 210. I'll go ahead and work with 270 here on the Cybex chest press. Okay. All right, here we go. So I think that was 4 or 5. I'm trying to do one more. I might try one more. Okay, that's it for the chest press. So you can tell that I really controlled my repetitions. I did do sort of a set to failure, then rested, and then did 1 rep or 2, and then rested 5 seconds or so, and then I did another rep with that. So I do have my watch going here. See if I can get a heart rate just from that. So just from chest presses, you know, I'm at like 130 or so. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, hopefully I can get this set up for you. Let's see. Go ahead and move it over here. Let's see if I can get that. All right. I think that will work. All right. So hopefully you guys can see this. It's hard for me to tell here in the gym. Actually, I might turn that around. Again, this is live. This is my actual workout. I'm going to do pull-ups here. Again, the same type of tempo that I'll be following. I'll be using a neutral grip, and I'll be doing about 3 to 4 seconds each way. Okay? So hopefully you guys can see that. Yep, I think you can. All right, here we go. Won't do much of a warm up here. This is relatively light for me as far as my body mass. Here we go. So I think that was like 4.5. All right. I'm gonna do another one real quick. Just sort of, maybe just do one or two reps. Okay. All right. Let me get a drink. That was very difficult. Those pull-ups like that with the tempo. Again, your time under tension. You're placing tension across the working muscles. Controlling it. Again, I just basically do, right now, at least at this phase of my training, I'm just doing one set, and then I sort of do rest, 5 to 10 seconds, then do another one, rest 5 to 10 seconds, and then do another one. So I'm going to take just a brief moment here, sort of get my heart rate down. As you can tell, my heart rate is very high right now. So, yeah, this style of training is very difficult. It's hard to push yourself, but I certainly like the efficiency of it. It doesn't take a ton of your time. So, but it is very intense, and I find that after I've done it for 4 to 6 weeks, I sort of get burned out, maybe 4 to 8 weeks. But all right, so the next thing we'll do is we'll move here. Let's see, move this back down. All right. right, so the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to do a shoulder press exercise. Again, please forgive the fact that this is a live video. Again, I have not paused between sets. See where my heart rate is. It's still extremely high, in the 145 range. So yeah, those pull-ups were very, very tough. All right, so the next plan here, the next exercise that I'm going to do is the shoulder press. So I did a pressing movement, I did a pulling movement for the pull-ups for the upper back and biceps, and then this exercise I'm going to do here is a pressing movement, directly working the shoulders and the triceps. Okay. So on this particular exercise, I have had a little bit of an elbow problem. So what I've been doing on this is actually going with my hands really wide on this, and as I press it up, it just seems to limit my elbow flexion a little bit. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is the shoulder press. Let's see where my heart rate is. If it came down a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so it's still pretty high, probably about 110, 120. But I'm going to go ahead and do the shoulder press here. Let's see. It's been a while since I've done this, especially with the short, slow tempos. We'll see how this weight goes. It may be too light. Now if it is, what I'll do is I'll just stop and put it down to 150. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm already warmed up. I already did presses, so I should be pretty warmed up after the presses and pull downs. That was extremely hard. Shoulder presses. All right, try one or two more. All right, that's it. gotta admit, my heart rate extremely high still. Really, probably recording this video, talking after each set makes it a little more difficult to recover from. So yeah, we did an exercise for your pecs, shoulders, and triceps. Okay. Then we did a pulling movement. I think the pull-ups, pull-downs are probably pull-downs are my favorite exercises for the upper back. And then we did a shoulder exercise here, the shoulder press. Okay. All right. So I think the next exercise I'm going to do is I think I'm going to do the pull-down machine over there, which was right over there by the chest press. Then I'm going to do a pull-down movement, and then I think I'm going to conclude the workout with a curl exercise again. This is really low volume exercise, but my heart rate is extremely high right now. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but I'm working pretty hard. All right, let's go over here. Pull down. Helps me to walk around a little bit, I think. Let's see, I'll raise this up just a little bit so you can sort of maybe see the pull down movement or exercise, the top of it. Of course, I'll be sitting right there on the pull down machine. All right, so try to sort of get my heart rate down a little bit. All right. So I know some people that teach this sort of training, have people move through it pretty quickly, and that's a great way to do it as well. But for me personally, as a very advanced trainee, I've been lifting weights for 35 years. I like to work really hard on a set. Control the rep, place a lot of tension across muscles, and then get plenty of rest so I'm 100% prepared for each individual set. I just don't try to rush through this way of training necessarily. So just give you an idea, my heart rate is still in the 130s. Not sure if you can see that on there. But yeah, it's like 138 there. Okay. All right, so make sure it's in there. So this is just like a high row or a high pull down machine. So again, we're just going to do kind of one set, control it both ways. So yeah, my heart rate's still extremely high. I think I can go a little bit heavier. One of the mistakes that I think some people make when they train like this is they stress like a time under load of being a minute or 90 seconds even. And what I found with me is that actually I think I get better muscle changes to my muscle mass, muscle hypertrophy, if I actually keep my time under load in that 30 to 40 second range for that initial set, and then rest a little bit, and then like you've seen me do thus far, then do a rep or two as sort of an extension or a rest pause. So I did a set, maybe last 30 to 40 seconds, then rest 5 to 10 seconds, and then I'm getting maybe 10 or 15 seconds more in additional time under load. But my problem with getting your time under tension much longer than that, like up to a minute or even 90 seconds, is that for me, it's not anaerobic enough. In other words, it's not of high enough intensity, or the load isn't heavy enough to maybe recruit those muscle fibers that are more responsible for muscle hypertrophy. So I still train heavy, but I'm also controlling the rep. But to do that, I can't extend the set to 60 or 90 seconds. Okay, so again, my heart rate is still pretty high. Again, I think that's because I'm talking during the video. So please forgive my enunciation being somewhat limited today. I bit the side of my tongue, and it sort of has created an infection. It's kept me from being able to pronounce certain words well. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this. So it's on 250. Go ahead and put it on 270. See how we go here. Maybe try to get 3 or 4 reps with good range of motion, good control, and control it both ways. We'll see how we go. After I do this, I'm sure my heart rate will be extremely high. All right, here we go. All right. See where I'm at. All right. We're at. So yeah, that was about 45 seconds. I do one more. That's enough, especially after the pull-ups. All right, so, I'd say that first part of that set was probably 45 to 50 seconds. You can watch it on the video. Okay. Again, so heart rate was extremely high there. After that, it's still above 140. All right, so just to review, start with the chest press, pull-ups, shoulder press. So chest, upper back, biceps, chest, shoulders, tris, upper back, bicep, shoulder press, shoulders and triceps, and then I did 2 back exercises. So again, very hard way to train. So my clock here says I've been working out about 20 minutes thus far. Got one more exercise, and that's just a bicep curl. Okay, and then that'll be it for today's upper body workout. So people say, well, what about triceps? Well, I get a lot of tricep work here, get a lot of tricep work on the shoulder press. So yeah, of course the same could be said about biceps. I get a lot of bicep work on the pull downs and the pull ups. Excuse me. Also regarding rows, because I know a lot of people teach that the rowing exercise, if you do a pull up, a vertical plane pulling movement, then you could do a rowing exercise as well. And that's true. But the rows kind of bother my back, and I do like this pull down machine. And if you notice, I do kind of lean back, so it's sort of an effective movement for me. And that's the key when you're strength training, is finding exercises that are safe and effective for you. Okay, so all right, let's see where we're at here. Sun is extremely bright outside today, so it's a little bit more difficult to see what I'm seeing on the camera, to see what you guys are seeing on the camera. All right, Cybex curl machine. I like this machine. It can be a little bit awkward sometimes getting the seat in the right position, but really it does a nice job of targeting the biceps. Okay, so yeah, we're at about 22 minutes. Typically, I'm done by now, typically, with upper body. But again, I'm talking through this, so it probably takes me a little bit longer to recover. All right. Let's see, I've got that on 130. All right, I think that'll be fine. All right, last set of the day. It's kind of hot in here. Turn it here. All right, I'm gonna put off the inevitable. Heart rate's down to about 120, which is still pretty high. All right, we got it on 130. I'm gonna try to get good range of motion. Again, probably fail in that first 3 to 4 reps, and then I'll go ahead and probably do a rest pause, or a pause and then a rep or 2 more, and then that'll be it. All right, here we go. Go ahead and lighten that just a little bit. Try to get a little bit better range of motion. Maybe I'll do one more. All right. We'll go over here back to our starting place here. Rest just a little bit. Although sitting down may not be the best choice after that. It was a very hard workout. All right. All right, so again, that's more of a high intensity workout, low volume. Really controlling the reps. You could tell with the curl, I wasn't quite curling yet at a 4-second concentric, 4-second eccentric. But anyway, Sorry I went a little bit long on this video. I'm at 30 minutes now. I do apologize, but this is just an example of one way that you can train. And there are so many very effective ways that will benefit you. So that workout was certainly less than 30 minutes. Very high intensity again. And I was doing my best on the sets, of course narrating and everything along the way. But give it a try. Concentrate on again, controlling your reps both ways, going very close to total fatigue on a set. So what do we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exercises. So, but that's upper body, at least right now, for this phase of my training. And I'll do my best to get lower body filmed later in the week. So anyway, if you have questions, comments, please leave them below. I'll be glad to help you and help you in any way that I can. Just leave your comments below, subscribe, forward it to your friends. I'm doing my best to help you guys in any way that I can. All right, that's it. Talk to you soon.